everyone? Gilman with Livolti back with another quick EV update video where we take a look at NIO, ticker symbol NIO, KNDI, ticker symbol KNDI, and Solo, ticker symbol SOLO. So if you've been here for the first two videos, this one should be a relatively quick one where we just take a look at kind of how it traded today. So if you enjoyed these videos, hit that like and subscribe button down below, and comment if you are in these stocks or what your thoughts on these stocks are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So quickly, let me hit record and we'll get right into it. So as you guys know, today was a half day, so there wasn't a crazy amount of action in the stock market, as you know, it's the day after Thanksgiving and maybe a lot of people aren't trading. So NIO was up only 31 cents, which is 0.58%. Down a little after hours, but essentially flat for the day. It went up to the 55s and then came down in the 52s and then kind of closed right near the VWAP. As you guys know from my previous videos, what I am looking to see is an entry based on the AEMA. So I'm kind of studying this and I'm waiting for that perfect entry. Going back, all the way here, 11:10, what we see is this bounce off AEMA here, coming off AEMA here, going below the AEMA on this red candle here, but closing above it. Here we pushed up to close above the AEMA. Again, bouncing from it, starting at the 8, pushing up. Then we had a little bit of a gap, as I was talking about, and I was waiting for that gap to fill. So then come Wednesday, we got pushed to the AEMA again. I was in this trade, went in the 50s, came out in the 52s. And then now I'm currently not in a NIO trade. I'm waiting to kind of either have an opportunity to buy in near the AEMA or for the stock to go down a little bit. And the way I trade is I want to make sure it validates the AEMA, right? So if it falls, currently the AEMA is at 51.09. I'm not going to buy it at 51.20 on its way to the AEMA. I want it to make it to the AEMA, maybe even go a little bit lower, right? As we see here and here, even here, the AEMA was at 38.76 and it went to 38.11. So I'm looking for that reversal at or around the AEMA, and that's when I'm going in with a goal already set in mind. Actually, for the trade that I took on Wednesday, I got lucky that it went up the same day, right? I had put in my buy order. As soon as that happened, I put in my sell order at $2 a share of profit, and I was lucky that it went up the same day. It could have taken a couple days, but that was my goal, and that's what I stuck to. So looking for an entry off the AEMA here. A lot of these are going to be pretty similar, just because I see similar levels of support here. But for NIO, if I do go in, I want to see it pushing that kind of high 50s that it went to earlier this week. For KNDI, I was in the stock last week, played it up until I think the 14s or the 15s. Don't remember at this point, but my previous video I talked about and showed you guys the trade that I was in. We saw a decent red candle here today, so unlike NIO where it was kind of sideways, let me get rid of the indicators here. We saw it was a different story for KNDI where, we started in the 14s and then we went down, ended up in the 13s, and we are pretty far separated from the VWAP, unlike NIO, which was kind of ending the day at VWAP. So what is my entry point here? Well, kind of similar, except with KNDI, the AEMA hasn't really been validated as much. It was riding above it, and then pushed up, took a little break, pushed up. It's now taking a little break. So I'm honestly waiting on the sidelines to kind of see how the stock trades, if the momentum is there. KNDI is one of those, when it pushes like 15-20% with no problem. If I see that happening, I'm going in with a quick trade. Other than that, I'm waiting to see if the stock trades sideways or has a red candle, potentially getting validated from the AEMA, and that's what my trade is going to be based on. So we're going through these pretty fast, but that's the goal because we know a lot of this stuff already. Solo is a stock that I'm currently in, as you guys know from my previous video, still in, average price of $9.12. So I'm down a little on the trade, as well as some long-term calls that I have that I think either evening out on or maybe down 5%. Not really sure. It's not a huge amount, but I am in that trade. For Solo, the reason I like this is because it's a much cheaper play, not necessarily compared to KNDI, but compared to NIO and Tesla. And you're getting a lot of times similar movements, although not today because Solo was down 29 cents, which is about 3.4%, while Tesla was green, I believe. Yeah, Tesla was, yeah, green 2%. So taking a look at Solo, right, what happened today was, kind of similar to KNDI, right, not similar to Tesla or NIO, where it started kind of in the low 9s and then sold, and ended the day kind of sideways in the 820s. What am I looking at as a point of exit? I would like to see it hit high 10s. I think we can get there soon, but if not, I'd be happy taking my trade off the table around 10 as well. The reason being, it's just a very, when it moves a lot. So I'd rather, if it doesn't do anything in the next couple of trading days, I'd rather get out, put my money elsewhere, and then when the momentum is there again, come back into the trade rather than kind of having my money sit there and not do anything as it decides what it wants to do next. So today what we saw is, we opened up in the 910s and then pushed of a low of 815 and closed at 827. The 8 EMA is at 822. So what I want to see, first and foremost to kind of evaluate my trade is, does it bounce off the 8 EMA or do we break 8 EMA? And if we break 8 EMA at 822, where do we fall? If we fall a lot, I'm probably out of the trade. But I think, the stock has decent potential as well. To kind of go up back into kind of, hopefully, I don't know if it'll be able to break 10 because that's sort of a mental resistance. I think a lot of people look to sell around mental resistances, but get back there and I can sell. So I know this was a quick one. I know this was a lot of information in a very little amount of time, but I made a couple of videos before as well, kind of covering this in more detail, and I don't want to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So you guys can go back and watch those if these stocks are of interest to you. But other than that, I hope you guys are all having an amazing Thanksgiving break and getting a lot of good food and staying safe, most importantly. So that's all I had for you guys today. If you enjoyed these videos, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow, and each like and subscribe really helps me out. And comment down below what you think of these companies, if you agree with my analysis or if you have different thoughts. And I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Until then, I'll see you guys in a different video. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day. And until next time.